Hello, welcome back to my channel. So glad that you've tuned in, and I'm here with a reaction that I have been looking forward to, the Rogue One Honest trailers. So without further ado, let's just go straight into this in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Warning, the following video contains spoilers for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Guys, you've seriously got to learn how to spell rogue.
Yeah, it's true, I noticed that. A lot of spelling like Rouge.
You remember A New Hope. You remember Darth Vader. Now, prepare to remember the handful of years between the rise of Darth Vader and the start of A New Hope.
We call it the Death Star.
Uh-oh. They're gonna just rehash everything from Star Wars, aren't they?
I've got a bad feeling about it.
Rouge One, a Star Wars story. Get ready for Disney's first Star Wars anthology movie, because there's no way in hell they'd call it Star Wars Prequel number 4 in what has to be the most money anyone's ever spent to fill in a plot hole.
That's the place I've laid my trap.
That answers your most pressing questions. How exactly did the rebels get the plans to the Death Star? Did they grab a data tape with a giant claw machine, then use a big antenna to beam the data tape to a ship? And then did that ship transfer the data to another smaller tape? And then did Princess Leia copy that smaller tape onto a tiny droid's hard drive? You know, whoever said this one is as good as Empire must be really into file formats. Meet an all-new gang of rebels you, how do I put this, shouldn't get too attached to.
Oh, come on.
Like Jyn Erso, the rebellious rebel who rebels so hard she does whatever her dad tells her.
It must be destroyed.
I know. We will.
Whatever her surrogate dad tells her.
Go with him, Jyn. You must go.
And whatever her new coworker tells her.
I'm coming with you.
No, we can't risk it.
But sometimes she's pretty grumpy about it. Rebelling alongside Jyn is K2SO,
Oh,
a droid with
K2SO.
more personality than any of the human characters.
Aw,
be there
come
for you.
on.
Cassian said I had to.
Cassian, a rebel whose most heroic moment comes when he doesn't murder someone for once.
I had every chance to pull the trigger, but did I?
Saw Gerrera, an extremist cast out of the Alliance by extensive reshoots. Chirrut, the blind guy who's technically not a Jedi, but, I mean, come on, look at this guy.
Best.
And his friend,
Can you imagine if he was a Jedi?
Gunny McShootface. I'd add more, but that's pretty much all there is to this guy.
Oh man, come on.
Cower before the might of the Empire, as various old dudes squabble over who gets credit for the Death Star.
We stand here amidst my achievement, not yours.
While down on the battlefield, stormtroopers are rolling out in 2 brand new flavors,
That's true.
but with the same old incompetence we're used to, whether they're missing easy shots,
One with the force and the force against me.
casually getting taken out, or setting up their weakness to sticks that the Ewoks would take advantage of. Why do they even bother with the armor at all?
Yeah, come on, sticks.
Enjoy one of the most beautiful Star Wars films to date that feels like the world's biggest budget fan film.
Oh yeah.
Full of Easter eggs that will have die-hard fans saying,
Gold leader, red leader.
"Awesome!
The Guardians of the Wheels.
I get that reference. Hey, it's Prequel Guy!
Yay!
Blue Milk! Cool!
Why does nobody ever tell me
Oh,
anything,
thank you,
Artu?
Okay,
R2.
I like them.
You just watch yourself.
So that's where those Cantina guys were. They were walking around.
Yeah, the T-15s have been marked obsolete.
A lot of
T-15s.
fan service.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up later. Whoa, what an awesome way to put Tarkin in the never mind. And this feels wrong somehow. But nothing will service fans harder and faster than Darth frickin' Vader, as a much older sounding James Earl Jones tries to give us a new iconic scene.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations.
Who let George Lucas write a line? But just when you think he's been wasted, extend your lightsabers for the most badass Star Wars moment put to film, the
We need a
hallway
Darth
scene,
Vader film, guys.
which makes Vader's next fight in the timeline even sillier than it already was.
Didn't they say that he was trying to be careful, you know, not just jump into this particular fight?
Ooh, do more tricks! Not starring the following shots you saw in the trailers that weren't in the movie.
Yes.
Jyn versus a TIE fighter.
Where'd
The
that go?
group working together. Actual heisting. War-torn Scarif. This iconic shot of Jyn undercover. Unused Vader? Saw Gerrera's other haircut, the shot they based the whole marketing campaign on, all these other cool shots, and this line.
This is a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel.
Yeah,
okay, cutting that one makes sense. Suicide Squad, an unnecessary Star Wars story.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
That's not how the Force works.
Alright, so there we have it. I absolutely love this, and the fact that they say that this is a film that no one really wanted, but you know what, I have to say, even if there were some doubts about why this film was needed, Rogue One for me has become one of my favorite Star Wars movies. It just ties into A New Hope so well. And back to another point here, when they say that the character Chirrut and how he was just an amazing fighter, we all know that is more so Donnie Yen, and I would like one day in the future for them to do a Star Wars film about the old Republic, and just seeing people who are skilled as actual fighters, people like Donnie Yen playing characters in that. I think the fighting would be just amazing. And a Darth Vader film. I think that it is not just one fan, but many fans out there have been replaying just that last scene in Rogue One over and over again, just wearing out their Blu-rays, and I think it would be amazing to have a standalone Darth Vader film. But I think that there's going to be some great announcements at Star Wars Celebration. I have been rooting for an Obi-Wan Kenobi film, and wouldn't it just be great to have that? If they just have that, I will be over the moon with excitement. But I did love this. Back to this parody, I loved it. It had just so many points that are funny. The whole dad joke with Darth Vader. Be careful not to choke on your aspirations. You know what? Looking back at that scene was kinda cheesy. Yeah, so I love this. Absolutely enjoyed it. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Please share your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. What stood out to you in this Honest trailers? Because I think these guys have come through yet again. I cannot wait to see what they'll do with a couple of more films in this year. So keep it here for more reactions. And if you like this reaction, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe if you're new here. I would love you to be a part of this channel, and I will catch you in the next one. God bless.